Folks, it's another Wednesday. It's another Wednesday evening, which means it's time for another edition of the AEW Dynamite pre-show. It is wonderful to see you all here. It is wonderful to be spending my pre-AEW Dynamite with you all, as usual. It's been an eventful day for myself. I woke up very early because I had shit to do, and I had to cook up. So see, earlier this week, I was struggling to decide what video I wanted to make. It was none of these ideas that I had in my head were interesting me. None of them were really engaging with my brain a little bit, you know? So I decided last night to pivot. Unlike Triple H, I do pivot. And I've changed up the video. I rewrote it. It is all ready to go today. And we're locked in for Saturday. But nonetheless, that's coming soon enough. For now, AEW pre-show, which means, of course, we have Kaden Lee alongside us. I mean, this is your spot now. This is your home, you know?
Yeah.
It's very fitting. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. You know, I ranted to you before we got on air about my anger with a certain theme park that is down the road from my new employer. But also I was getting hungry, and me and my girlfriend were trying to figure out what to do for dinner. And so I ordered food, And the problem is it would feel like a little too late, so I haven't been able to eat it. So I might be like munching on some fries during the show, Novi, because I am starving.
This fucking guy.
I'm a fat ass who has some Huey Magoos with me.
The fuck is a Huey Magoos?
It's like a Cane's or a Zaxby's. I think it's like Cane's, I think, has better bread, but Huey Magoos has significantly better chicken. I
see. We've had this discussion last week was a very extensive fast food discussion.
Yeah,
we'll see if that happens again this week, but Big Fat Orange Cat brings it up, and I'm going to throw this on screen. Caden, would you like to speak in detail about Epic Universe? And I'd actually like to present you with a question.
Okay.
Because one JJ Williams of the Wrestling Observer Network has requested me to ask you, rank the Orlando theme parks.
Okay, so Epic Universe. This is very funny because I spent like literally the 5 minutes before we got on this talking about Epic Universe. I very much, I'm getting fucking scoop texts.
Ew.
I very much like Epic Universe. I think it is a great park. They got the 5 lands, Celestial Park, very good like entry park. If you guys have been to Disney, you got like Main Street and the hub. It's a really nice little entry. Super Nintendo World is fun, even if like the Mario Kart ride is kind of bad. I don't know how they managed to like fuck up Mario Kart, but they did. Donkey Kong is good, but rough. Yoshi is fun. They have a Dark Universe, which is like the monsters, Novi. And so they have this ride where, have you ever been to Universal? I don't think you have, right?
No.
Okay. So they have this ride called Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. And you basically go through these catacombs and you have all of the Universal classic monsters are jumping out and scaring you.
Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I did it like 10 times one day I went.
That's pretty awesome. The problem is the Orlando theme parks.
Okay.
You need to rank them. You need to give me a list right now.
All right. So I'm going to go in order of like my personal enjoyment.
There's no other way to do it.
Yeah. So we have 8 parks in Orlando. We have 4 Disney, 3 Universal, and then SeaWorld. So at number 1, I'm putting Epcot. I love Epcot. Drink around the world, Guardians of the Galaxy, Living with the Land. It's fun. At number 2, I'm going to go with Epic Universe right now.
Early game, but
potential. Yeah, I love Epic. I think it could be number 1 in like 3 to 4 years when everything's fixed. At number 3, it's a rough one. I'm gonna go Islands of Adventure. I think Islands is a great park as well. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Universal Studios just because it has Halloween Horror Nights. When it's not Halloween Horror Nights, it's like pretty low. Number 5, I'll throw Magic Kingdom. Hollywood Studios can be 6. Animal Kingdom can be 7.
There's a lot of fucking theme parks.
There's a lot. At the end of SeaWorld.
I'd hope so.
SeaWorld
not known to be great.
Yeah, SeaWorld can be better than the others, but like sometimes depending on the day because they have cool coasters. But
yeah, well, folks, we let Caden get his shit off. That's what we do here. A JJ request, and JJ follows up. He's been to none of these parks, by the way. Mild Universal only went for dark tapings. That makes total sense. It's very on brand for you, JJ, to only go to the dark tapings.
It's funny that because JJ can literally JJ can go to Universal anytime he wants because of our friend. He doesn't.
That's kind of real. I have more respect for JJ for it. But we appreciate you all for listening to Kaden Lee.
Thank you for letting me get that off, Novi. I appreciate it.
Of course, brother. Of course. And if you did enjoy that rant, you can leave a like on the stream. If you didn't, you can wait and hopefully leave a like later. Hopefully something is more engaging later on to you personally. That's the thing. In wrestling, when I see a talent trying really hard, it connects with me. When I see your passion for these theme parks, it does connect with me a little more. So I do appreciate that. And of course, this whole show is directed by all of you in chat. So please get in any chats that you'd like to send, any questions, any comments, any concerns about the wrestling world you want me and Caden to address. And of course, we have super chats if you're feeling generous. But of course, we have to talk about Art Irony's pre-show chat. This is a classic. This is just a classic every week. 336, by the way. If Kevin Knight can drag Okada to a 3, they should belt him up at Double or Nothing. It's a very interesting prospect because I think Okada's kind of good. I don't know where I got that from, but I think he's kind of good. Kaden, your thoughts?
I think Okada has consistently gotten past a 3 this year in most of his matches. Like, just like Buddy and Brody are the two that like immediately come to mind. I don't know if he had any others. Like whenever he is working, I think he's been like significantly better than he was last year. So
yeah, I would say so. He's clearly giving more effort than he did last year, to be honest.
Yeah. I think they'll easily get to 3. I think it'll be like 3 1/4, 3.5.
All right, he's wrestled 6 matches this year.
Okay,
we have one versus Ishii at Maximum Carnage, which I don't remember at all.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
One versus Commander. I think that was Homecoming.
I think that was good.
Which I think was good as well. One versus Buddy Matthews, which was good.
I liked that, yeah.
Teaming with Ricochet against Brody and Swerve, which I remember being good.
Yeah, that was good.
The Brody singles match, which is his second best, maybe.
Yeah, controversial match, but I liked it.
Very controversial. Some people would say it sucked. We would not. We had a lot of fun.
We don't.
And then actually last week, the All-Star 8-man tag.
Oh yeah, he was in that. Yeah.
And I thought he was really kind of hooping in that match.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's been good.
As soon as him and Kenny got locked up, I started to see something different out of him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I started seeing the old Kazu back.
He's been good.
I think he'll be good this year. Kevin Knight's been great throughout his AEW run too. They've really built him up so well, giving him the best chance to shine they've given a new entrant in the company in some time. So shout out to the kid and shout out to Kazuchika Okada. They're gonna fucking rock it tonight. I have faith.
Agreed.
We have a lot of love for the big Kaden Lee episode. Is this different than all the other Kaden Lee episodes? This is the big one. The other ones were
this is the big one.
Yeah, those were builds. This is the big one. Ian Davis, good to see you as always, brother. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you. Not a too exciting card tonight, but shouldn't be a bad time. Hopefully, yeah. It does seem like a little bit of a subdued Dynamite card compared to the last couple weeks. I mean, there's still some good stuff on it, no doubt, but there's some interesting things on it as well. I mean, we'll probably get into it at some point, but there's a women's 4-way on this card that seems a little.
Yeah, there's a women's match that doesn't need to be there. I think like every once in a while, AEW will do a more chill show, especially when they have a decently long build to a pay-per-view, which this one is like 7 to 8 weeks after Dynasty, so it makes sense.
How far out are we from Dynasty? 3 weeks?
Sorry, from Dynasty to
not Dynasty.
Or Nothing's the next one, which would be the 23rd, or 25th, so 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
we have 2 Dynamites after this week.
We're getting close. You do kind of feel it a little bit though, with how long the build's been, but it's okay. I'm still looking forward to that show. And I'm looking at the card right now. There is another sick 6-man match we'll hopefully get into later. A couple promos here. Good stuff. Kevin Knight and Speedball got to get pushed to the moon and avoid the TNT Purgatory Belt. This is funny because the video I was going to make this week was about mid-card championships in AEW. So now it's going to be next week. And I'll give my thoughts on the TNT title being Purgatory then. I don't know, man. It's not that bad at the moment. I mean, Adam Cole's one thing, but I don't think he's going to hold it for that long, right?
No, I think he's going to drop it to Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Yeah, I would personally do Kyle Fletcher. I just think like they're pushing Ricochet pretty heavy right now. And he's over. I would pull the trigger on Ricochet and let him have it for a little bit.
Yeah. I could understand. That's one of the two I would be happy with.
Yeah,
so whichever direction they go.
Either of those would be cool with me. The only thing where I would be like, I'm okay with it going with Ricochet instead is depending on like how long they want Kenny's thing to run, I would let Fletcher beat Kenny.
That's fair. It depends on what that actually looks like post All In too. So
yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But there's some exciting options out there. I don't think it's Purgatory like it might have been not that long ago before DG.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Dare Rich. Always good to see Dare Rich. I'm excited for Sam Joe Claudio. ROH Gut Check 2006 was their first match together 19 years ago.
Jesus.
Good God. Time flies, huh?
Yeah,
I was
their last singles match was, I think it was like May of 2019 on Raw. Good match.
Wow. I know Will actually, if that ends up being the main event, which it seems like it should be, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If that ends up being the main event, you can catch us live on LNG Gold. We'll be watching that match and then reacting to the Great Brothers announcement at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I think that's what they scheduled it for. So we'll be locked in. We'll be locked in for some Good Brothers. Hey, shout out the Good Brothers, bro. We'll be watching on LNG too the Maple Leaf Pro. Got a good match from MLP. Got some good stuff going on there.
Oh baby.
So I think we're locked in. Ian is locked in for what Billy and Hanger got to say. They both have promo segments on this show.
Yeah.
I'm also excited. It's been a minute since we've gotten like real promo time for baby faces. I feel like I guess like where they start in the ring. So I hope we see something like that. I would be engaged, but also Jamie Hayter has a sit down interview with Renee, so that will be very intriguing. And hopefully we don't have to have the debate today. Hopefully, because we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get scary. Very luckily, the WrestlePurists Dynamite review is only going to be an hour and a half tomorrow, so we can maybe steer clear of the promo segment.
Yeah, we don't. We don't.
However,
need anymore.
Bad news, Kaden Lee.
Fuck.
Because Jumanji Hunter said immediately following this, if it is Tony Mercedes at Yawlin, what other women's matches would you like to see on the card? Chris Statton, Willow tag?
That seems like what they would do. I would run Statton Megan singles. Run it back and let Stat get a win.
That'd be cool too. I'd be down for that. I would like to see, those are the two big names I have to see is Stat and Willow. They have to be on that card in some way.
I think there's a more effective way to get Willow on the card. Because you could have, I think you could run a Willow Athena match if you wanted to get Athena on that show. And you got definitely 3 women's singles matches.
You definitely could. I'd be very happy with that. Should I spoil it, Kaden? Tell me if I should spoil it. You don't know what I'm spoiling, but should I spoil it?
I don't know what you're spoiling. Sure.
Should I do it?
Yeah, do it.
This Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's been a very long time since I made a video solely about one wrestler. A very long time. The last time, and the only time, in fact, was Christian Cage when he held the TNT Championship. This all changes on Saturday when we talk about Willow Nightingale. And that entire situation. So just keep that in mind. We'll be chatting Willow. I saw a tweet just now from Peps Wrestling that said Willow Nightingale has only wrestled one-on-one match in AEW this year versus Penelope Ford and has 7 matches in 2025. Only 4 of them in AEW.
Yeah.
So if that's any indication on what that video is going to be, there you go.
I haven't. I can talk about this. I haven't asked one of my sources. I haven't asked them for information in like a while because I just don't care. I texted them before we got on the show and I said, "Hey, did Willow kill Tony's dog or something?"
And what did the source say? Did I confirm?
LMAO.
Was the response? Not a confirmation, folks. That's not a report on this show. Yeah, it's very scary business. We'll be ranting and raving about that on Saturday. Don't you worry, folks. Don't you worry. Someone's got to talk about it. It's gonna be me. It's always gonna be me. Dare Rich, Novi, congratulations to your Carolina Hurricanes. I'm getting ready for the Maple Leafs game tonight. Well, I hope your Maple Leafs do well.
I don't hope they do well. Because they're facing my Florida Panthers. So.
Okay, then I'm sorry. I hope your Maple Leafs lose. But the Carolina Hurricanes have been winning. We've advanced past the first round. We've won in overtime.
Yeah.
So shout out to the fellas.
Yeah. Sam Bennett did nothing wrong, by the way.
Is that the guy that got traded multiple times this season?
No. Sam Bennett is like a really dirty player, which I can acknowledge, but he's on the Panthers. And so he elbowed the Maple Leafs goalie in the head and likely gave him a concussion. But when you watch the video, it very much looks like he's just kind of like skating and his elbow kind of just like runs into him, which I think he did chicken wing a little bit, but I don't know. It's hockey. Shit happens. And Maple Leafs fans were like, "Oh no, kill this guy."
It's hockey. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah,
Come on,
grow
guys.
the fuck up. It's hockey. Come on.
Good God. Put some hair on your fucking chest.
Grow
losers.
up. It's hockey.
JA, watching the stream from the new apartment. Hey, congratulations to JA. It's been a long-running storyline in the Novi pre-show. We saw the application. We saw the acceptance. And now we're seeing the move-in date. That's beautiful. Congrats, JA. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the new place. Hey, I'm still living in the new place. It's great time when you're on your own. So shout out. We have some JJ talk about what he did. What he did with you, I'm afraid. We have a Rhino advertisement. Shout out. That was a sick fucking video. Yeah. I think we'll be seeing Rhino at the old ECW arena. So just give it time. We have one from the Late Night Grin. What the fuck is this? This is the Novi pre-show. In fact, this is we talk about theme parks here more than anything else, and sometimes we talk about fast food and rank stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. The AEW Women's Division blog, Gator Golf over any theme park. Your thoughts?
I like Gator Golf. Gator Golf's fun.
What is Gator Golf? What does that mean?
It's mini golf. And they have like live gators there.
What?
Yeah.
Florida's a fucking weird place. All right, well, shout out. Kale. Good to see Kale. Good tweeter, as we've determined a couple of times on our shows. Over under the Monet interview being good. What's the Mercedes interview? What is this?
Is she doing an interview tonight?
What interview is she doing, Kale? Please give us context. Is it just like a normal interview? Is it on the show? What the hell's going on? Because I'm very curious about what this may be.
Novi, check your DMs.
Uh-oh. That's alarming.
It's not. It's very
alarming. It's very scary when you tell me
someone posted the setup for tonight and the venue is godly.
Hold on. Oh fuck.
Bro, look at the ceiling.
Oh my god, folks. Look at this shit. Hang on, I'm gonna pull it on screen.
Bro,
oh my godly. Lord. This is unbelievable.
Hang on. It's awesome.
Okay, this isn't even the best view, but it's like good enough to where I know what's going on. Look at this shit. Oh my god. Look at the ceiling. Look, it's got railings. Look at it. They look normal. They're not painted. Fucking silver.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's just wonderful. The tunnels have been noticeably gone lately.
Depending on the venue, they switched them out because they had the tunnels last week for Dynamite, but they hadn't for the last few weeks. I like that. Like they literally have 3 different setups right now. They have the setup they're using tonight. They have the tunnel setup, and then they also have like the just single screen setup.
Yeah, I like having multiple places too.
I love it. I said it on a Grin Along. I think I love that they can kind of switch stuff out depending on what the venue needs.
Yes, I agree. Kale was figuring that Monet would be a part of the interview with Hater. If she is, I mean, I'm sure it'll be all right. She does okay on that kind of stuff. It's just when she has an actual opponent to build to and like a fight to set up, she's good at it. But like most other things, she's not great on the mic. She's not terrible. She's not as bad as people say she is, but she's usually at her best whenever she's like setting up a fight. So
yeah,
shout out. Actually, speaking of that, was it ever revealed who attacked Monet in that interview? Have I just that interview where she started moaning? That was alarming. I hated every second of that. What was the reveal? Because it definitely got revealed.
Has it been enough time, do you think, between that where I can talk about it?
Sure.
I mean, there was a plan. I'll be vague.
It was Sky Blue.
Do not aggregate. Was it? Did they say it was Sky Blue?
It was Spooky Jules. JJ said it's Jules. They're saying it's Sky Blue.
No, I don't think it was ever revealed. Was it?
I feel like this confliction here between the chat and JJ confirms it was never revealed. Maybe just implied.
I think it was implied. If it was Sky or Julia, that was not the plan when they did it, is what I'll say. That was not the original plan.
Send in the private chat who was the original plan, and I'll tell you if we could say this out loud. Can we say this out loud, do you think?
Nope.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to live react. Whew, that's really bad. Don't worry, guys. Just be happy they didn't do this.
Yeah, be happy. Be happy.
Very bad. Be very happy that they didn't do that. Very bad. Let's keep it going down here. We have everyone. It was Sky Blue. That's who it was. Sky Blue. And yes, she did wrestle Monet, which is hopefully she comes back soon. Shout out to Sky. The last minutes of every AEW Okada match, he turns. Or hold on. The last minutes of every AEW Okada match, he turns a 3-star into a 4.25.
Yeah, he's awesome.
His closing stretches are really good, guys. He's a really good wrestler. I mean,
he fucking rules. I won't.
Sometimes he walks around a lot, but he's a good wrestler. You know, he's good at what he does. So shout out to Big Kazu. Let's see here. We have Okada Brody talk. I'm staying far away from that. Far away. I don't want any smoke on that front. We have some love for Kaden Lee. This is the only platform where you get love like this.
Yeah, no, they all hate me on that other.
Thank God for this chat. We're very kind here on the Novi channel. We appreciate Kaden Lee and his theme parks.
Joe publicly roasted me as I was emotional leaving Epic Universe.
He did it on the Worldwide. Did you see that?
What are you doing Worldwide?
Oh no, it was Ibu who did that.
What did Ibu do?
There's something got brought up where it was like, oh, is it your friend? And he's like, I'm not Kaden Lee. It's your gimmick, dude. It's over. It's cooked.
Like, I think it's a funny gimmick, but
it's a good gimmick. I appreciate it. And Late Night Grin actually likes you, which is new information.
New information from me. I thought Bob hated me.
This is true. Kaden said that before.
I'm not Novi who goes on a 30-minute rant about Mariah May and Toni Storm.
What did I rant about Mariah May and Toni Storm?
You don't remember this? It was on the Revolution preview show where you went on this like massive rant about Toni and Mariah being dog shit.
Oh, it was a rant on Mariah, actually. It wasn't even me saying
it was about you were like Mariah fucking sucks and
it was me saying this title reign wasn't very good, is what I said. That's
bro,
specifically what I said was that the title reign was bad. And the title reign was bad.
You got really mad.
I got really mad because people were telling me no. I'm not wrong. The title reign was bad.
Don't backtrack.
I'm not backtracking. I'm just telling you what I said. I said nothing wrong. So you love the support from the chat. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. This is actually what you said, word for word. Many people have said this. This has been aggregated, by the way. WrestleOps is going to tweet it out and make $1 million. Anarchy in the Arena talk. I'm sure this will be coming up soon. I'm not so sure, but who's like the obvious people? I thought it was going to be like a women's Anarchy this year.
No, it's clearly going to be a men's.
Yeah, but they hate me.
Okay, so Moxley, Claudio, Pac's injured, so not him. Wheeler, that's 3, and then what? You go with the Bucks, that's 5.
Sure.
And then on the other end, you do Swerve. Maybe you do. Fuck, man, because Ricochet's in there too. They've been building up Ricochet a lot.
Can I say something?
I wonder if it's a 6-man.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't want to see this fucking match this year.
I don't either, but Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Katsuyori Shibata, Swerve Strickland.
I don't care. I just don't care about this. I don't care about this enough for Anarchy in the Arena. I don't care about this enough. Give it to the women. Figure something out. Give it to the women, please. Do something. Do something to spice it up. I'm so over this match. I hate we have to do this match this time every year. I hate it. It makes me so angry. It's one of those little things in wrestling that makes me irrationally upset.
I don't like it either. It's the problem that both companies have fallen into, and WWE's gotten better with it in the sense that like they got rid of the yearly Hell in a Cell or an Extreme Rules and that bullshit, and they do only use it when they need to. But they've done the thing of like now we do War Games every single year.
Exactly.
It's not necessary. I don't get it.
That and Blood and Guts. Like,
yeah,
guys, all love to the Blood and Guts matches. There's been some great ones, but please leave me alone.
Yeah. I think and the thing is, there's been so many opportunities where AEW has built naturally to a Blood and Guts or an Anarchy. Like they built naturally to that type of story, but then they can't run it because it's out of season and they have to wait. And so then they have to wait until like they actually can get to that point and artificially build.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. It gets to a point where it starts feeling forced every year. It doesn't need to be that way. Let's see. I'm looking back at the end. There's been 3 in history, which
There's been 3. So you have
the first one is very good.
The first one's fantastic because that's the Jericho Appreciation Society versus
yes,
Blackpool Combat Club. The second year is BCC versus the Elite, which I like.
It's still good. I like that match. It's good match.
And last year's I liked last year's more than the second for sure. I really liked last year's too.
Last year's I thought was good, but last year I got to that point with
last year was like I liked it, but it was the finale. Like we should have ended there.
Yeah, that was like Darby's on fire. We can't top this. They did a headshot to Jack Perry. Leave it alone. You know.
And the thing is, Novi, it's not even 3 years. It's 5 years because we have to count Stadium Stampede in 2020 and 2021.
You're right.
They've done this. This is the 6th year straight that they're doing this gimmick.
Oof. It's just not a smart way to do things, especially with this kind of match. Diminishing returns, brothers. Diminishing returns.
Same with Blood and Guts, where it's going to be. This is the 5th year because they didn't do one in 2020. But
yeah, I would just give both these tips to the women if you want to do them. Just give them to the women. Figure something out and call it a day. You know, at least that makes it somewhat more interesting. You know.
Yeah, there's definitely I know there's been pitches for women to do a Blood and Guts, but it's just never gotten to that point. I think they were building to it in 2023 when they were doing the Outcasts. And then that story fucking sucked, so they went away from it. But
yeah, I was reminded of the Outcast recently. What a time! What a time to be alive. I believed in that gimmick. They had a good theme song.
Oh yeah, good theme song, and it led to timeless Tony Storm. So
this timeline is always messy to me, where it leads to timeless Tony Storm.
It did. Like if you didn't have that, timeless isn't happening.
Yeah, I guess.
So we'll take it.
Our conclusion on Anarchy in the Arena and also Blood and Guts is that we good this year. But I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll blow us away. Kale brings up that Cole, who is the current TNT champion, as we were discussing, is doing the thing with FTR. And that's true. He kind of is. And he's got a couple big pops when he's come out to save Daniel Garcia lately. But I'm just not so sure that's what we should be doing, you know, with the TNT belt. I'm not so sure. I think we should just have prominent singles matches, but that's just me.
He's gonna work Sammy probably tomorrow.
Yeah, that's set up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
I'm sure it'll be fine, man. Sammy's not a bad wrestler. It's just I'm just bored of who Sammy is, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he should put on a mask for sure. Kale would personally not be upset if Kyle skips straight into the world title by year's end. I think the scene is a little full at the moment, to be honest with you, about like where I see this timeline shaping out. I think early next year you should figure him into this title scene.
I think you can be fine if you have him beat Kenny for that unified title. Because that's going to become like a second world title.
If it's going to, we don't know for sure. It seems like it will.
No, if they treat it, if they do that and they do treat it the way like we think it will be, then I would let that happen, and then that way you can have Will and Swerve and Hangman if Tony wants doing some stuff in the world title scene. I don't think it's necessary right now to put Kyle there when there are a lot of other people, I think, in the next year to 1 to 2 years that kind of need to be there a little bit more.
Yeah, and let me be clear, because Kale sends another chat. I'm not going to scroll down because I'm going to lose my place. Is it really Cowboy and Swerve aren't winning? Ospreay may not. Darby might. Kyle seems like a good fit. Your problem with that is I don't think that Ospreay is going to win the title at All In.
I do.
And I do think he's going to carry that belt until Darby eventually beats him at whatever pay-per-view they choose. After that, I think you do. I don't know who you do after that, to be honest with you. You could do Kyle. I just don't love that transition from Darby to Kyle as much as I do maybe Darby to Swerve or Darby to Hangman or whoever it ends up being. But then you struggle with babyface, all that kind of stuff. It's scary.
I've made up my mind that I think Will's winning.
You sure about that?
Yeah, no, I'm like, I know the conversation we had, and I know like what people have been saying for the last like month or so since Dynasty, which is fucking a month ago. I feel good. I think Will's winning. That thing they did for Forbidden Door, I don't think they would do what they have done with Will in terms of promotion. And this is, I told you, like, when they did the All-In thing, I was like, I never thought they were putting the belt on Swerve really until like the day before. This one, it does feel like everything is set up for Will to win that title.
Everything is set up. However, they won't do it. Mox will choke him out in the semi-main, and that'll be what it be. You know,
I think Will's winning.
I respect it. I want it to happen. I'm not saying I want anything other than Will to win. But I can't do it again, guys. I can't. I've been burned too many times. And this leads us into our next chat real quick. Who do you think will be the All-In match next year to make Novi go on an impassioned rant about how it's the wrong choice?
All-In's
this year it's probably going to end up being Mercedes and Tony, and I probably will end up making a video about it. So what will have to be the match next year to make a video about it?
Okay, so we have to think about this. Okay, All-In's in the UK again next year.
True.
They announced it. And we know the winner of the Owen is who challenges. So we have to think about who the world champion is and who's winning the Owen next year to go into England.
It's a really tough choice. Very, very tough. It's hard to see this far out, you know, with all the stuff going on.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You want Ospreay. So say,
if
what
I'm
are we
going
operating with?
Will, I think Will versus Kyle. And I'm not saying Will's going to hold all the way. I think Will should drop it. I think Will should win it all in this year. I think Will should drop it at some point and win it back. Because they haven't really done that story yet of like a world champion losing and then winning their title back within like a month or two. I think it's a good story to tell with Will. And then Will walks into Wembley next year as champion to facing Kyle Fletcher, who beats him. That's what I would do.
I'd be cool with that. I'd be happy with that result. And I would argue, I would venture to say that a certain man would also be very happy to see that happen. A certain man that is very happy today, started his day off right. George Pickens to the Texas Dallas Cowboys.
To the Texas
Dallas Cowboys. To the Texas.
Hell
How
yeah,
you doing,
brother.
Bust? It's good to see you,
I'm
pal.
doing good. I'm doing pretty good, man. Like you said, the Dallas Cowboys acquired George Pickens today. Let's fucking go.
How long does it take for him to fight a Dallas Cowboys fan?
Minicamp.
Okay, cool.
And I'm fucking here for it, brother.
That's the kind of dogs we want on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
We want people that care.
The thing is, like, people were mad because Shoddy was like, not Lee Johnson, Schottenheimer, our head coach. He said, we're looking for culture guys, which, like, fair. You need that.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you're going to have a guy on the outside fighting corners, you need that guy to be a little bit of a fucking freak.
Yeah.
So
that's one thing about the wide receiver and the cornerback position. The freakiest dudes are always the best.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
he's a fucking menace.
Just a fact.
Yeah, he's weird. My only beef with it, Bust, comes from I had George Pickens on my fantasy team last year, and he fucking sucked.
It's because he was on the Steelers with the dog shit quarterback room.
Yeah, but like he's also not good. But like I don't know.
Well, okay,
fine.
Whoa,
you're just wrong.
He's using fantasy to decide whether or not his
that's crazy.
Wide receivers are good.
He's playing
really
with,
good.
Look, let's be
he's
real.
the
here.
number 2 in Dak Prescott's offense, brother.
Yeah, but like
he's maybe the best
Dak
in the league.
Dak isn't good either.
Catches.
You're wrong.
What the fuck?
You're just
he's doing a bit,
brother?
dude. He has to be doing a bit.
Trevor Lawrence.
It's somewhat of a bit, and it's more that like have I told y'all like how I feel about like my football thing?
Yeah, you don't have a team.
Thing?
Yeah, I don't have a team, but I do have a team that I hate.
Yeah, and it's the Cowboys.
It's the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Look, I grew up in Texas. I fucking hate the Cowboys.
The thing is, I'm used to it. Everybody hates the Cowboys. Partially, I understand it. They're talked about all year.
Dude, I grew up middle school. Every year, this guy, Bob, would come in and be like, bro, it's our year. It's our year. Every year.
Those fans are dumb.
Yeah, he'd be like, it's our year.
My
cousin did the same thing. It's our year, bro. It's our year. Every year.
I'm going to put something in my bio on Twitter that says realistic Cowboys fan. Because I'm aware we're probably not going to win the Super Bowl this year. It doesn't mean I can't get hyped.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You should do that thing where you put your team's record in your name.
That's not gonna happen.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Knowing our luck, Dak's gonna like blow up his knee first game, and I'm just gonna be stuck 0-16 on our bio. my name.
Plus, do you care at all about the Dallas Stars?
Not really. No.
We should restrict this fucking hockey.
Fuck,
no,
man.
I know. Aren't they playing tonight?
I think they are. Dude, the game 7 they had the other day was fucking insane. They were down.
I saw that. Dude, I actually did see this. It was the best like quarter performance from any athlete maybe ever.
Yeah, so they were down 2 goals with like 13 minutes left in the game, and Mikko Rantanen, because they were playing Colorado. Mikko Rantanen was a part of Colorado, got traded in like January to Carolina, and then Carolina traded him because he wouldn't sign. So then he became a star. He scored 2 goals within like 5 minutes to tie the game, and then he got the assist on the 3rd goal, and then he got the empty netter to get a hat trick, and they won 4-2.
That's my boy.
It was fucking awesome.
I've never heard of that guy's name until now, but that's my boy.
He's your new guy.
Yeah.
He's your guy now?
He's a fucking beast. Oh, 2 beasts, I say.
Yeah.
2 real ones.
I gotta say, dude, that was the best fucking. I'm sorry for sports talk, but
it's okay. It's just here.
Like the glee I felt when I got into the fucking shower this morning and I pulled out my phone and I saw George Pickens to the Cowboys. I just fucking, oh baby.
I'm happy for you, Bust.
Thank you. I needed this. I needed this really badly.
Yeah, Dallas had a pretty bad off season outside of this, so.
Our draft is fucking awesome.
Their draft was pretty good.
Contextualized, especially with George Pickens, our draft is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, Joe Milton's pretty good. Future QB1.
Trent Baalke is a terrorist.
Dak Prescott is really good, guys.
Yeah, no, Dak is fucking awesome.
He's like I think top 10 at the least.
Yeah, I just think depending on how the rest of his contract goes, it could be his last with the Cowboys. I mean,
maybe.
Could be.
I could see that him leaving.
Maybe another 2 or 3 years, but
yeah, we'll see. The Carolina Panthers had a good offseason. And the Charlotte Hornets are also due for a number 1 overall pick. We haven't gotten one since the 90s, so please give us one now. We have been really bad for a long time. Please, I'm desperate. But to end the sports talk, we'll get back to wrestling, I swear. And unfortunately, we'll go through these. We're not going to say anything because I can't say anything because I have a whole video talking about it on Saturday. Willow should be pushed to the top.
Yeah.
Let Willow be in the 5-star. That'd be good. Willow needs to be in a prominent role. Willow can be one of the top faces of the division.
Did you see Pep's tweet?
Yeah,
I did. That is now going to be included in the video on Saturday.
Yeah, Bus missed the part where I saw that tweet. I saw that tweet and I texted my source for the first time in like 6 months asking for information. And I go, did Willow kill Tony's dog?
It's really
Monty
bad.
Brown's backstage tonight. Oh my God.
That's where he got that picture with Jarrett.
Bro, put him in the fucking gauntlet. Could you imagine? Holy fuck.
Let Anna Jay throw some.
Well, I would be like,
put in the women's eliminator.
Through the moon excited.
What a beast. What a beast. Shout out. LNG. Also shout out. Did somebody say Maple Leaf?
What is this show that we're doing tonight? What has happened? I know it's like the Good Brothers announcement, but what are we doing until then? Because we have like 2 hours.
I think it's at 10 they're doing the announcement.
Is it? Okay. I thought it was at midnight because that's when their contract expires.
I saw a tweet that said 10.
But
I thought it because Joe said we'll wait until midnight.
Whew, maybe it'll be midnight. I think we're just going to be chilling.
Oh, okay. Okay. His bio says, watch the Young Bucks in AEW tonight, then head over to patreon.com/talkandshop at 10 p.m. for hashtag Brotherin' with the Boys. So I think it starts at 10, but I think the thing starts at, assuming Eastern, I think it starts at 10, but they're not going to make the announcement until midnight because that's when their contracts run out.
The live streaming?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh.
Joe can if Joe's still here, he can clarify that for us.
Well, Joe also says to like the video, and additionally, we will be going live if Sam, Joe, and Claudio is the main event. So that's when we'll be starting.
Okay.
Whatever happens after, we'll see. But that's when we'll be starting. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm
What's
sure
on the show tonight?
I
know Okada and Kevin.
Some good matches.
Sam, Joe, Claudio. We haven't talked about the women's eliminator 4-way, which you know.
Which is
there's a 6-man tag: Ricochet and the Bucks versus Swerve, Briscoe, and Speedball.
Yeah.
And then three promos from Hanger and Jamie.
Hey, Novi.
It's midnight.
Novi, it's midnight.
The 10 p.m. thing is a Zoom party for their patrons, is what Joe says.
Joe, are you hopping in the Zoom party while we're on stream?
This fucking guy.
He did say midnight.
That's what I thought. He said midnight in the chat.
We're gonna be on the damn Zoom party. What the hell's going on?
What the hell?
We're gonna get some brother links.
Are we doing a grin along
to a Zoom party?
For a Zoom party? You know what's happening?
No, that
Joe's clarifying at the moment.
No, that'd be very young.
That'd be very unprofessional. Okay, we won't get brother links to the Zoom. Joe, will we just be watching them talk until 12 until they announce something?
I think
which we're assuming is going to be a match graphic.
I think we're just
let's sit quietly and listen.
We're gonna be fucking around.
Yeah.
While they do their thing.
Maybe we pull
and then the announcement comes out, and then we'll talk about the announcement, I guess.
We should watch the Carl Anderson Tama Tonga match from Wrestle Kingdom 17.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay.
Well, we got time to kill. We'll decide later on. Join us on LNG Gold, folks. at the start of Sam, Joe, and Claudio if it's the main event. At 10 if it's not. BJ Dixon, what's up, everybody? New viewers, welcome. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you. Kale is quite the troublemaker. This is true.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's very true. We should clarify. We have nothing to do with the Zoom property. We don't own that. They have their own copyright.
Yeah.
Like the Avengers. Scroll down here.
We don't have that. We don't have that copyright.
No, we just put asterisks in it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be good. Scrolling down here, a lot of talk about Sky Blue being the one. Unfortunately, they don't know. But apparently, it's supposed to be. I think JJ did clarify later down. We're coming down here. Apparently, Sky admitted in a promo. So that happened.
Admitted what?
Admitted that she's the one who beat up Mercedes. Remember that, where she started moaning?
Yeah.
In the backstage thing. That's literally the only thing that I remember. Hang on, let me scroll down.
I think Sky Blue did admit though.
Okay. They had Sky say she did it to set up their match, but it was totally done in Spooky Jules style. Got it. Good stuff, guys.
Anyways,
JJ has went back and did his own research. Shout out. Nope. Bad news. It wasn't Abaddon.
It was not. No, I can confirm it was not Abaddon.
I think I watched Abaddon wrestle once, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah, they're not good, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean live.
What are they
I can't
up
remember
to?
what it was.
Yeah, no, it was
They're probably just like hanging out, doing cool
like
makeup looks and shit.
No,
I think so. Didn't Abaddon work like that collision, the winter collision?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know who.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to him. Shout out. Keep scrolling down here. I've been getting CTE. This is when we were talking about the Mariah and Tony rant on the Revolution preview, which was not an anti-Mariah Tony rant. It was a realness about Mariah's title reign, guys.
Nobody hates women. It's fine.
When did I did not say this? You were lying about this. This is a blatant lie in my chat.
You did say like.
Yeah, you did say something. Like
you said something along the lines of, like, maybe this isn't for her.
Yeah. So you said maybe. You said maybe this is not for her.
I actually do remember saying this now that I think about it, but it was more about her being a main eventer than it was about her being a wrestler.
I know. It was just very funny.
Yeah, I was kind of like weird that night. I don't know what I was on. I was just doing
ready for her to face that.
Six and I were just kind of hanging out in the back.
Yeah, you were straight. 6 was tired as fuck.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was really bad. And I was just sitting there. It sounded like I was fucking drunk, just talking about this match, having a blast.
It was a weird show. Are we doing one of those for Double or Nothing?
Fuck it, yeah, we are, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say depends on the card, but sure.
No, we're just doing them. We have fun with those. We get the Relight crew. We get bussed in sometimes. We just go off. Well, we don't have to bring that up live on there. Okay, we talk about that behind the screen. All right.
Hey, man.
We don't need to let our boss know we're stealing checks. All right. We have some more Anarchy in the Arena talk. First ever 3-on-3. Sure. Bust, your thoughts on Anarchy in the Arena this year?
I'm good, man. I hate that it's we do this here now. It's May, guys. It is time for the match. Feel the same way about Blood and Guts. Yeah, I mean, like the people involved, who I assume are going to be involved, like Swerve and Ospreay and all them, or not Ospreay. Ospreay's wrestling Hangman.
True.
But you get my point. I would much rather them just be involved with other things and like having other cool matches.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we said.
The thing is, I'm sure the match will be fine. I'm sure it'll even maybe be good. I just don't really have an interest in it. I think whatever they produce in Anarchy won't be substantially better than whatever they could do outside of it.
I would rather them, if they want to do something like this, do a 10-man elimination tag.
Sure. That's
remember that 10-man, like, it wasn't an elimination tag, but that 10-man tag from from Forbidden Door 2023 is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's sick.
Why not? Then there's also there's the 6-man tag at Forbidden Door 2022 that did the same thing of like, these are 6 people who are going to be in Blood and Guts next week. So here's like a preview.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally fine with that. Just anything to make it a little bit more interesting. And yeah, they are severely underused. Elimination tags should be
the suspense that elimination tags are able to like produce are extremely underrated.
Yeah.
The fucking I know this is like extremely Gen Z of me, but the finishing stretch between Roman and Keith Lee is fucking godly.
Yeah, it rules.
And it's like it's a prime example of what that match is capable of producing if the fans are like, interested.
They're really into it.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree. It should change it from a brawl to, Survivor Series, I guess.
It's one of like those matches specifically are like part of the reason why a lot of Gen Z fans want the brand supremacy version of War Games back, because they want to see those big elimination tags.
Yeah, I'm kind of over War Games as well. The fact that War Games came back and became like a yearly thing for both companies is like not good. I don't like it at all.
I'm in agreement there, and I would also like to just see elimination tags we put in their place. Why not? They should do more on TV too. All-star elim tags. Imagine how sick that would be.
Imagine if the all-star tag last week was elimination. That would have been sick.
Be great, because then you could play up the fact that, hold on, maybe we'll get Okada and Kenny, and then Kenny can get eliminated. Oh no, we don't actually get to see the one-on-one. That's the kind of shit you can cook up.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
Novi, I can't lie. The more I think about this Omega Okada match, the more excited I am.
Really?
I'm like, I think it's gonna fucking rock.
Did you watch last week?
Yeah.
It was, or not last week. It was the week before then, where they had their interactions.
They wrestled. They wrestled a bit. I remember what you're talking about. I don't know if it was the last week or before that.
Last week.
They wrestled.
It was last week.
It earlier. Okada was like, he was clearly very inspired to.
It's almost like he can turn it on when he needs to.
It's almost like one would say. I'm pretty hyped for that match.
I'm very excited. Yeah.
I've also been very hyped to think about the women's gauntlet, if they're ever going to do that at All In, or the men's gauntlet, whatever they decide to do gauntlet wise at All In. I'm very excited for that.
I hope they do 2 gauntlets. I hope they do one at Supercard, and I hope they do one at All In, because
could you imagine a Ring of Honor gauntlet?
Exactly. That's what. Yeah, like
that'd be pretty
having
awesome.
a Ring of Honor gauntlet where it's just like indie fuckers. I feel like it could be fun. Like, if I see a match graphic with Alex Zane on it, I'm gonna go, what the fuck? If Alex Zane's music hits, I'm gonna go, sick.
Yeah.
Cool. I get to watch him grapple a little bit. That's pretty cool.
And a match like that too, it's like, oh,
yeah, why not?
Do his thing.
Fuck
Maybe Lance Archer will come out and he'll team with him or something. Why not, dude?
Or like if Minoru Suzuki's music hits, I'm gonna go, oh fuck yeah, brother. Kajay Ninare. You know what I mean?
Is that what he'd say just like that? I'm sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen Suzuki, so I'd be excited either way.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see it in him in a gauntlet setting more so.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably where he's best suited these days than anything else. And I just love these matches. I do think they kind of went a little overboard with it last year, just for a second. Yeah. But like big shows like that, why not, bro?
What? The big show.
The big show. Yes, the big one. Let's see here. Yeah, Late Night Grin is I've never seen Suzuki, bro. I've never seen it. You did get to see a Suzuki Classic, so I understand Late Night Grin.
So did I.
What did you see? Which one?
Rhett Titus.
Oh, dude, that's fucking sick. I watched Rhett Titus in a match. Hang on, let me make sure it's actually Rhett Titus.
That Rhett Titus match was directly after FTR and Briscoes won.
Oh no, it's not Rhett Titus that I'm thinking of. That's psychotic. What the fuck? Yeah,
the arena was dead, and I was chanting "Murder Grandpa."
You fucking beast thing, I'm afraid. But yeah, I'd be very excited.
I watched Suzuki later that night at the clusterfuck. He put someone he I forgot who he put over, but like that person got canceled like 2 weeks later.
What? Like Joey Ryan or something?
No, it was oh no, that's no. Oh, never mind. He did not. I'm thinking of Matt Cardona put over that guy. Minoru Suzuki actually beat Effie, so fucking rules.
Wait, who did Cardona put over?
Chris Dickinson.
Oh yeah.
What did he do?
He like beat women, I think.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I wasn't gonna say the name, but
why not,
bro,
dude? He's
fuck
a piece
it.
of shit. Fuck him.
Yeah.
He should die.
That was the year the Second Gear Crew won the fucking clusterfuck. And everyone was very confused because we didn't realize that a faction could win.
Sure, it's fine.
They can? Why? What the fuck?
I don't know. That's what they did. 3 people won. One of them was AJ Gray. So.
Oh, that's good. Who won the clusterfuck this year?
I don't know. Actually, Brody Jr.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I was gonna make fun of it, but never mind.
That was fun.
Side note here, fellas. Really interesting stuff. Grand Theft Auto 6, the second trailer, was captured entirely in-game from the PlayStation 5. We knew that. That's compromised of equal parts gameplay and cutscenes. So the game just looks that good.
That's pretty psychotic, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Did you see like the supposed fucking Rockstar employee who was like, the game is finished, they just can't the online's not done yet?
I don't trust any of it.
I think that's bullshit, but
yeah, that person's very dumb.
I will say I wouldn't be shocked if story was fully finished and they do just
yeah. I mean, I assume like most if not all of the campaign's probably done, but so much more of the game is like outside of the campaign that the game that like the campaign could be done and the game could be like 50% finished.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
That girl's ass was all over my timeline yesterday.
Her name's Lucia, bro.
There was a lot of love for Lucia. Is her name?
A lot of gooning.
A lot of love. Don't need to say these words.
I think she's gonna kill Jason. That's my theory. Yeah.
I saw a tweet. Sick. I saw a tweet about him that said he definitely voted for Trump, and someone's quote tweet to that was, "Actually, he didn't because felons can't vote in Florida."
True.
I saw a tweet where someone replied to the video of Lucia walking away, and it was hashtag show them damn feet. So
I saw that as well.
I don't know what's going on, right?
Ibu's fucking wilding on the timeline, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. I really got to mute that guy. He keeps tweeting stuff like that all the time.
I know.
But guys, we have $2 super chats.
Oh shit.
We very much appreciate it from Johnny Burney. It is very, very much appreciated once again. TK booking Ospreay to win the belt at Wembley 2026. Yeah, because he's not doing it this year. So gotta make up for it.
I think the better way to do it is that Will walks into London this year with the belt. Will next year loses because they haven't done a heartbreaking moment yet to close either of the Wembley matches. Because like you have like
the goal sucked really bad.
Yeah, but like you have like they did like the heartwarming. Oh, the friends hugged and they didn't turn on each other. And then last year was Dragon. So I would end an All In. Like I would end this year's All In with Will winning. You get one more, and then next year Will gets fucking killed by Fletcher.
I'm not gonna say that I wanted Adam Cole to win that MJF match. I actually didn't. But he should have beat the fuck out of him to close that show, at the very least.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're doing fucking brochachos discourse, I was saying weeks beforehand that should be the turning point of the story. Everyone was like, "You're fucking dumb, bro.
Yeah.
Look at the merch numbers."
I did not know you at all at that point. I was saying the same thing.
I my tweets and went, "I'm gonna steal that."
I probably did, dude. Make some good tweets. I don't know. It's wrong for me. I was probably seeing all these ideas.
I'm fucking washed now.
Yeah, now you just tweet up video games and stuff.
It's peaceful, bro.
I will not be having my own kick out moment. I don't care enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna have one.
Scored.
Nobody's gonna have one live. He's gonna throw his fucking nachos off the fucking nosebleeds.
That's the thing about me, bro. If I'm going to like a stadium show or going to like any real show, I'm getting popcorn every time.
Popcorn.
I'm not getting nachos. I'm not getting a dog.
No,
bro, dude.
Glizzy.
But
I've never been to like a baseball game, so I've never had like the option to get a dog.
Bro, if they have the same hot dog that they had at fucking Esports Arena or whatever the fuck Esportatorium, the last time I went, I'm fucking grabbing that shit. Oh my god, it was so good.
Dude,
I watched the finish of I watched the finish of Layla Hirsch and Diamante from the sidelines, just chowing down on a fucking dog.
That sounds like the best way to watch that match, dude.
Beast.
Dude, I'm a hot dog guy or chicken tenders and fries. I can't do popcorn. Popcorn is like a movie only thing. I can't do it at like anything like that. I'm not a nachos guy either. I just don't like the plasticky cheese. So
I love the plasticky cheese, but I'm definitely like if I'm gonna get food, I'm gonna get some tendies and fries. But that's like the easiest option.
That's the most filling one. But there's like, it depends on like where I'm at, and if I'm like, I'm just gonna get like a fucking hot dog and a water or something.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But yeah, we appreciate you, Johnny.
Thanks, brother.
He's gonna do it. Thank you very much. We have a lot of love for the alpha male in chat.
Hell yeah.
Kale says he wants him back in the ring.
He looks like a fucking beast, dude.
I did see his picture with Jeff Jarrett. He didn't look bad at all, dude. Kale, yes, we are. Stay tuned.
We got to figure something out. We got to figure out some activities to do. Maybe we can play Minecraft.
Can we? If we truly have nothing, can we do my draft of all-time wrestling things?
Sure.
What does that mean?
Just things in wrestling.
Yeah, because there was the thing where I saw like it was the draft of like things in general, and like the number one overall pick was I think boobs. So
fair.
Yeah,
so
I think would you draft with like wrestling?
So you could draft like fucking
Corrigan Hall,
shoot headbutts. You know?
Yeah, chair shots to the head.
Yeah,
Fisherman Buster.
If anybody takes Brainbuster,
literally anything you just can't take like you can't take a singular person, but you can take any non-living thing you can take.
Mm-hmm.
Steel guardrails. That's what I would take.
Oh, baby.
That's one of them.
Physical entrance sets.
Caden's gonna take Finn Balor's bulge.
Oh baby, that's my number one. Finn Balor's
that a thing or is that a person?
Yes, he's thingy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, yeah, well.
So I can't take the dong, but I can take like the item of clothing.
So his trunks, so you can.
Yeah, I can take his trunks.
If Balor's trunks, dude.
Could work.
Anyways.
Oh, you could take Okada's robe.
Yeah, I would take that transforming robe with the translucent lights.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one.
That one's very cool. We have talk of the Ospreay interview. Yeah, shout out to WrestleOps. He just bought himself a Dodge Charger. Shout out. A new house is on the way soon. Down payment was just paid. Shout out to
who
Billy
originally
Goat.
posted it?
Yes, he tweeted about all four of the things that were like prominent.
Novi, is a Dodge Charger? Is that the Ghost of the Goon, or is that a different car?
Oh, that is the Ghost of the Goon.
It is the Ghost of the Goon, right? Black Dodge Charger.
It's the Ghost of the Goon, if you know. No, that's not allowed. I'm denying that, actually. I vetoed this as a member of the booking committee. I've said no. I'll be going to DPW in 10 days so Shout out to the fellas. I'll be around.
That's fun.
Hell yeah.
It's a challenger. Yeah. We've been told it's a challenger.
Oh, it's a challenger. Got you. Ghost the Goon. Ghost the Goon. I don't think I said that, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think. Kel, this doesn't even make sense. My tweet was anti Orihara Moonsault. My tweet was not even anti Orihara Moonsault. It was that I want to see more Brawler Hangman than what he's got going on right now. That's what I said.
Fair. However,
those kinds of pieces of offense. I just don't love them as much as brawling stuff.
I don't think you should remove the Orihara.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying we should maybe scale back a tad, do some more brawling. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
I think Hangman should do whatever he pleases, to be honest.
Sounds slutty, but okay.
Meant to.
Let's see here. Late Night Grin. There was supposed to be in what is this, like a War Games or
elimination tag?
Oh, elimination tag. During Survivor Series season. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, then that's good context. That'd be fucking cool, dude. Just do it. Fuck it. Who cares? Yeah. I'd be down for it. We're scrolling down here. We have Ibu's hinting in chat. Not so sure about that. I'm not so sure if we take Ibu's hinting.
No, I'm not. I don't trust that guy.
Yeah, I don't trust that guy.
Here he has a Discord.
Yeah, he does actually. He does have one of those.
Go to Wings. Sign up for LNG Gold to gain access.
Yeah, we do stuff there. Should we watch Dynamite in there?
Sure, man. Fuck it.
Just wait until we go live and just say, everyone, go over to the Late Night Grin. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
The last one was supposed to be the last one, but it's fine.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the grand finale, but we're gonna go back on that. We're still gonna do our intro or outro music whenever it happens, though. So
yeah, unless the main event is.
Yes, and then we'll have to run.
We have to sprint back, yeah.
All right, so for anyone in the LNG Discord, we're going to be live with Dynamite. Joe, if you're in chat, can you tweet that? I can't really tweet it right now. I'm a little busy. We might just show up and not tell anyone about it.
Oh my god, they're showing an Andor. I'm watching the hockey game on my other screen, and they're showing the Andor trailer right now. And I forgot that I have 3 more episodes of Andor to watch.
Don't do that, man. Come on.
Bro, 2 of the episodes today bust because they release 3 episodes a week. Episode, I think 8 has a 9.9 on IMDb. Episode 9 has a 9.8. You know how hard that is for Star Wars?
It's real hard.
Bad.
Doesn't work, man. Respond to this JJ chat because you were there with him.
That show was okay, and then Briscoe versus FTR happened, and I felt like we were in the dome. Bro, it was fucking awesome. Like, that was the first time I was ever in a truly raucous crowd. That
crowd was
like the standing ovation before the match, we started chanting "Fuck WrestleMania," and it was fucking awesome. Yeah, it ruled. I will say, I thought Alexander versus Swerve was legitimately awesome. They did a Poison Rana off of the apron, and it was beast.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah,
cool.
But he is right. The rest of that show was just kind of like fine.
Yeah,
but Briscoes versus FTR was. I felt like I was in the fucking 2300 arena.
Yeah, something like that. Hope we get something like that. What's going to cost more?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but last year, like, we did get something like that, or I got something like that, but it was Dustin and the fucking Von Erich versus Dark Order. You just never know.
That's true. That was like I remember the reaction to that match.
It was loud, bro.
It was loud. I was just watching, obviously, at home, and you could feel the energy.
Bro, it hurt my ears how loud it was.
That's fucking
It was that loud.
They need to come back.
Von Erich's in Texas, brother. They're on the poster.
So they have to be there.
They're gonna be there.
Dude, we're gonna be the biggest fucking Von Erich guys.
Bro, I'm gonna wear my world class shirt.
Dude, we're front row too. We're gonna be on. Yeah. They're gonna walk up, walk past. We're both gonna be sitting there. Yeah, get him. Fucking start chants up and all that shit. We're gonna be hooping.
Is what's his name finally healthy? Do we know?
I don't know.
He will be for Texas, brother. He's not missing the Texas shows.
It'd be a great day for Texas.
It'd be a great day for the USA. Elliot Fletcher, what's going to cost more, Mania 24 nosebleed seats or GTA 6?
Probably the nosebleeds, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I would assume.
Those are probably going to be like what, 100 something?
Bro, come on.
More.
Up.
Oh, 400. Something?
1,400.
I'll say like 250 to 300. It's a bigger venue than New Orleans, so it'll probably be cheaper. Or sorry, bigger venue than Vegas, so it'll probably be cheaper. But
yeah, they should die.
Superdome fucking sucks, bro. I hate that place.
I didn't mind it the one time I went, but like I didn't have strong feelings.
Yeah, I don't have any feelings at all.
It's like fine.
But they do host the worst team in the National Football League. So yeah, they fucking suck. Eat shit.
The Dallas Cowboys?
No. Wouldn't it be the Saints? That would be the Saints, pal.
Yeah.
It'd be the Saints.
Oh.
Fuck the Saints.
Novi said, y'all deserved Katrina.
Come on, man.
He didn't say that. I'm kidding.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what? I'm going to say
it. That's a good reference. I like that. Talk about that thing in New York. Plethora. Is that stat true? Willow has only wrestled 4 times on AEW this year. It is true. I looked at it. It is very true. It's really bad, guys. Tune into the video on Saturday.
I don't know what the fuck Tony Khan's doing. Like, in fear of doing like actual real wrestling talk, I don't understand it at all in any way. Like
it just doesn't make any sense. Like genuinely.
Yeah.
Like you can try. Like, I try to sit here and like, there's literally zero justification for it at all.
I assume you wanted to have her more involved in the mock story. I just don't really give a fuck. Like that's not really an excuse.
Even that's bad.
Like the thing, if you wanted to do that now, fine. But she should have already had a world title reign, well before this.
And your biggest problem too is that Marina's really bad, so you can't even do the singles payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really bad.
That's also like she is bad, but if they had agents that were, good at their jobs, they could probably put together a match that probably ruled.
Probably.
They don't have those. So
Willow's really good at elevating like greener talents too. So
yeah.
I just don't understand it. We'll talk about it on Saturday. Tap in, folks. We have another $2 super chat from Anwar Starwin. Very much appreciated. I know y'all can do a better CEO dance than Zelina. I can. I know I can. You won't see a video of it until
I thought Zelina did a pretty good job.
She was like fine. It was fine.
I think she did a good job. Maybe don't do it because you're not Mercedes Moné and people are gonna instantly, say you're trying to copy her. But I think he was fine.
What do you guys think was like cornier, that or Becky's thing about Bailey and Mercedes?
EJ and Doku.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
What was Becky's thing about whatever the fuck?
She said, she said something about Bailey. She's like, Bailey doesn't know what's going on or something.
She's
like
that. Bailey's so stupid. She's probably paying $100 to text her friend.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's a fucking zinger.
She fucking owned her, dude.
I just didn't find it funny. Like, it's not that I'm not saying like it's do whatever you want. I don't fucking care. I just didn't think it was like that funny.
Yeah, it's like fine. She was kind of beasting in that interview or the Raw.
No, there were things in the interview that were kind of beast. I just like, I don't know. I just didn't find it funny.
Becky's like pretty bad.
Like which way? Wrestler?
Just like bad. Like as a wrestler, yeah. She has been good since like 2021 IMO.
Interesting. I don't watch enough to tell you. So,
or what was the last Mania? What was her last when she main evented Mania?
She had a really good 2022.
Is that when she main evented Mania?
No, she main evented Mania in 2019.
Oh, what the fuck?
She has the match. Might have been them, she has the Bianca match at Mania 38. That's really fucking good. And then they opened.
That's probably what I'm thinking of. When was that? 2022.
That was 2022. And then they open up SummerSlam that year, which is also a very good match. And then she gets injured in that. And then I don't think she ever in my opinion, I love Becky Lynch. She's one of my favorites. I just don't think she's ever gotten back to that level since then.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of her. Even when she was peak of her prime, the man type shit, I didn't think she was bad. It just wasn't for me. Now I think she's like actively not good.
I haven't. Yeah,
but
I
like,
haven't.
you know,
even before she got injured, I didn't like the shit she was doing.
I'm not sitting here being like, I'm not mad at her for politicking. That's beast. Do your thing. I'm just talking about like, you know, how I feel about her as a wrestler.
Which is a more honest way to go about things.
It's the same thing I feel about Charlotte. Like, it's like pure politicking. I don't fucking care. I just don't think you've been like interesting or good in the last little bit.
Yeah. Which
I think that's fair too.
I mean, that's also could be just her creative as well, you know?
Yeah, but like in terms of like,
there's like a lot of nuance to it.
Yeah, there is nuance to everything. I just like, yeah, and I like as someone who is genuinely a very big Becky Lynch fan, I just haven't liked most of her work the last 2 years.
I can't really speak on it necessarily. I think the only I can only really speak on Mercedes and Bailey. I would say I've seen a good amount of Bailey. Yeah. Bailey's just been fucked up by the injuries, man. It's tough, but yeah, I think she still gets through matches just fine. I think she's, you know, seems like a good person. So, you know,
we're not comparing them. We're just talking about them.
Yeah, that's not.
We're just talking about them individually. I think that's fair.
I think like the comparison is in like talking about people who politic.
Yeah.
And we're just,
fair enough. I think
it's not like we're not comparing like anything like actually like talent wise. We're just what I brought it up because I was saying it's like I'm not shitting on either of them for politicking. That's not my problem with what either of them have done the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, you brought up that you thought Brainbuster said he wasn't a fan, and you said she wasn't funny. So that's how this all started. This is where we got. This is the direction we took. I think it's a fair direction to take. But we appreciate you, Anwar. I don't know how we talked about all that. We've been going kind of crazy in the super chats, just spiraling. But it's good. It's good. It's good audio, I think. Kale, who is very angry in the chat. Where's the Minecraft server? Well,
so the issue is, we can only fit like 10 people into a server. So
we'd have to do the actual server way of hosting a server, and that's really difficult and really constraining on internet. So it's kind of like a challenge. But if we figure out a better way to do it, then there will be a server. We'll see.
Look, these fuckers haven't played in like 3 weeks. My girlfriend is like the only active person
bro,
in that realm.
A lot of games started coming out and I had to play them.
Yeah, I started going to the gym, dude. It's very busy. All right. Don't really rise at me. All right. Support
me.
How
long till he says slurs?
There's good gym people. I swear.
Yeah, bro.
There's only like some of the influencers are bad. Not the Trend Twins.
Novi, do we have a slot where we could at least send Kale an invite?
Yeah, Kale, if you want it, you can have it.
Why the fuck does Kale get extra fucking special treatment?
I don't know, he's good Twitter.
Kale's cool, I guess.
So where does boobs get drafted? Top 3 pretty easily, you know?
In wrestling? It's not even on my board.
It is in wrestling context.
In wrestling, it's like it's one of those picks where like if someone takes my top 5, I might go take it.
It's not even on my board, bro.
Not in a wrestling context. Not in a wrestling context.
That's the last thing I'm worried about. Unless it's Hangman.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing. And there's a distinction between man boobs and non-man boobs. Yes.
Yeah. Powerhouse Hobbs.
But I think like we're just gonna lump it into
Vader.
one.
Vader's more a belly guy.
Yeah, but I don't know. They're kind of there, man.
They're there, but not in the same way the Hangmans are there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Why do you sit back in that chair like that? That fucking slut, dude. Remember that stuff? That Dynamite? What a time to be alive.
He's just hanging
out. This is very true. I've been elected. Scrolling down here, we're getting to the end of the show. I swear. Please don't say this. All right, Ian. I know you're a Saints fan.
He's right.
No. We have a positive offense now, and Bryce will carry us to 7 wins. It'll be great. Woo! Yeah, I can't wait.
We have a demon on our squad now, so.
Yeah, big car, he says. Big car should check his leg. He can't walk. All right. Scrolling down here, Late Night Grinzeline is a very good dancer. Appreciate the input.
He's right.
He's not wrong. I mean, she
did good.
Her hips were swaying. Shout out.
Fellas, Sean Ross has dropped. Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson is healthy and nearing a return.
Swag.
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
Bring him back with the guns.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You're just gonna bring back with a gun. Whoa.
Don't give that man a gun. Very bad.
Sure, he has one though. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in Florida, so
True. Kale is contemplating retracting the membership.
Oh my god, you're not even gonna do it actually though.
Do it, pussy! Do it! That's what we say to you, Kale.
I'll do it actually.
Yeah, please don't do that. We need your money. Also, we like having you around, Kale. That's real. I'm joking.
They're gonna give you a fucking Minecraft invite because you're a good tweeter.
We are.
You're gonna retract your membership? That's crazy.
Yeah. If you ever unsubscribe from Late Night Grin, you're getting kicked out of the server.
Yeah. He's gonna get into the server. She's gonna be fucking desolate. Dude, Kaden and his girlfriend. That's it.
True. You're gonna see my fucking house in the mountain. He's not gonna know where our houses are because no one's giving him the coordinates.
Yeah.
It's over.
That was a whole thing the other day. I couldn't remember the actual my laptop has like the fingerprint thing, and so I'm at Disney and my girlfriend wants to play Minecraft, and she's like man, where the fuck are the coordinates to this place? So I couldn't remember how to get into my laptop because I don't know the fucking 4-digit code to get in. So I had to like sift through the Discord to find the coordinates.
Dangerous. Good thing I told you that existed, by the way. Yeah. Just one of the last things we'll bring up because Dynamite is starting in 8 minutes. Kale, my timeline has been all sports talk for the past 3 days. Been a lot of sports on, to be fair. And all I can offer is fruit talk. So, fellas, I want you to rank these 4 fruits. Watermelon, pear, mango, apple.
Mango at the bottom.
Don't like that.
Bro, I'm not pretty easy. You said watermelon, pear, mango, apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Watermelon, apple, pear, mango.
Exactly what I'd have.
That's fair, bro.
Exactly what I'd have.
I would flip pear and mango. And that's my only change.
That's fine.
I don't like mangoes at all.
I don't either. I
really like
I don't
mangoes.
care enough about pears where I'm like, that's fine.
More so, I like mango flavored things rather than like eating because eating a mango is actually kind of a challenge. So I just don't do it. But mango flavored things are very good.
Really quick.
Watermelon is the fucking goat.
Watermelon's great.
Watermelon, it's got no fucking calories in it. It's so refreshing.
Like, watermelon flavored things are just superior in every way.
Yeah.
Great fucking point. Great.
Watermelon. Yeah, watermelon. Definitely
Joe, are you still in chat?
Answer this.
I don't think he is because we asked him to say something earlier and he didn't.
Pear's got to be like, if I'm ranking all the fruits, it's like bottom tier fruit.
Pear is pretty low.
I don't mind pears.
I just couldn't give a fuck about.
That's the thing is, I don't care about pears.
If I were to go to if I were still in high school, I would say pears are all right because you see them at school. But outside of school, I'm not buying a fucking pear.
Jumanji's right. Pear doesn't break my top 10. It's not bad, but it's not top 10.
Yeah, no,
dude, I'll dominate a watermelon.
Oh yeah. Easily.
Oh yeah, I can eat.
I've done this before, dude. There was a few AEW pay-per-views way back when. I would just buy a watermelon, cut it up, and eat 2 tubs of watermelon. The whole pay-per-view. It was great.
I could do that.
Bro,
I'm
thoughts on cantaloupe though?
I like cantaloupe.
I love cantaloupe.
Oh, put some salt on some cantaloupe.
Dude, I could fuck up some cantaloupe.
Bro, salt on cantaloupe is
dude, these are great taste. I fucking love cantaloupe.
My favorite strawberries are my favorite fruit. But they also they have such a high ceiling, but they can also have a very low ceiling.
Yeah, they can be dog shit. Yeah.
They can be really bad. But a good strawberry I think is great. The other one that I don't particularly like buying, but if I get them fresh from a market, blackberries are fucking incredible.
I do
fresh
love
blackberries.
A good blackberry.
You know what I don't fucking like at all? Pineapples.
I love pineapple.
I like them. I don't like. Every once in a while, I'll have a pineapple. I'm not like
you know what needs to 2 fruits need to fucking die: kiwis and dragon fruit. Fuck
I have
off.
no interest in either of those fruits.
Yeah,
unless they're in a high chew. I like the high chew flavors of those. That's it.
I just what the fuck are we doing? Dragon fruits are nothing. They don't taste like anything.
You know what's a really good fruit? Fucking bananas. I love
baby.
Banana flavored things, dude. Always good.
I have 2 bananas frozen in my freezer right now that I'm gonna eat at some point because a nice frozen.
Dude, you know what you should do with those 2 frozen bananas? you can make fucking banana bread with them, dude.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Sounds like a hoot.
You know what my favorite fruit
Oh.
is?
Huh.
Kaden Lee. And with that, folks, Dynamite's about to start.
We hope you all have enjoyed this stream. We'll see you all on the late night grin. Hopefully in the Discord. We'll see you all later tonight. We do a lot of talking on these broadcasts. We hope you enjoyed.
Did we actually get to everything that was on the show?
No.
That's the thing. That's the thing we do around here. It's my new thing. If it doesn't get brought up in chat, I'm not talking about it.
It's the raw review, but for
Yes.
Previewing Dynamite
before it happens.
Yeah.
Dude, Novi didn't talk about the women's match because he hates women. So,
dude, if I talk about
gonna suck, bro.
If I talk about the women's match, I'll just be mean. I have no interest.
Yeah, well, I think we all three would be really mean.
And I don't think the chat did either because y'all didn't bring it up, so you're not getting to hear about it.
I wouldn't be mean to the women. I would just be like, "Where the fuck is Stat? Where the fuck is Willow? Where's Jamie? Where
it would just be mad. Happened? I don't want to do all that. So, that's the new rule, folks. If you've not been aware how these streams have been working, if you don't bring it up in chat, I'm not talking about it. And with that, we'll see you all next week for the Dynamite pre-show in Novi 6.